Welcome to another edition of Bragging About Cinema. When I think of the seasons, there are two seasons that pop the most for me as far as my entertainment value, and that's the summer blockbuster season and fall TV season coming up, because that's when we get the most pilots, get the most new shows. So I want to try the best I can to review all kinds of new shows in their first episode or first couple episodes. So today I'm going to review Only Murders in the Building, the first two episodes. I know there's three. I haven't watched the third one yet. Now, let me tell you, this is not a comic book movie. This is not an action movie. It's not a sci-fi movie. This is a murder mystery show that I think you're going to love. Only Murders in the Building is a show on Hulu. Just started last week. It's based around three characters from Selena Gomez, Martin Short, Steve Martin. I am from the 80s, so I grew up watching Steve Martin and Martin Short in a lot of shows. And I have children, so I've seen Selena Gomez in some kids' shows. None of that is relevant to this show, but I thought I'd point it out. The three characters, they all have a couple things in common. First thing, they're all lonely New Yorkers living in this giant apartment complex, each one all by themselves. They are also huge murder mystery podcast fans. And in the first episode, there's a murder in the building, and they come together because they find each other all listening to the same podcast. And then one of them has the great idea of, let's try to solve this actual murder. And that's where the adventure begins. They just start trying to figure out the clues. And is there a murderer in their building? Is it somebody else? Now they all have their own backstories, and they're all keeping some secrets from each other. Steve Martin and Martin Short are incredibly funny if you like that more of an old school kind of humor. Selena Gomez does a great job, as she is much younger than them and kind of has the angsty 20-something-year-old vibe that I think is really needed to make it not feel like the old guys club. Steve Martin is a former 90s actor that's kind of been washed up, and Martin Short's character is some kind of a producer. So they have a weird relationship, and they're trying to make their own podcast out of this actual murder that's going on. The episodes are 30 minutes long, and there's not really any wasted motion in the first two episodes. It does a bit of character building as you're trying to decipher the motivation behind each character. Is it really that they're murder mystery fans? Does one of them actually possibly know the deceased? Is another one strapped for cash and is looking for a way to make money? You don't know. They kind of know that they're all hiding some secrets from each other, so there's not a lot of trust in the cohesive unit yet. But they're working on that. I love the banter, especially between Martin Short, Steve Martin. I look at Selena Gomez's character as kind of the adult in the room as she tries to pull in these two guys, obviously competing with each other, trying to solve the murder mystery. And she has her own secrets. I don't want to spoil it for you. And I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I hope that you decide to watch this show so you can follow along. I'm going to go ahead and give this one an A. It's going to get the Gambit Paw of approval. This is the reason why I like the show is it's just different than everything else I watch. And I really like a good murder mystery where you work on building up these characters. It took me 2 episodes and I'm already hooked. I want to know where they're going to go with these characters. I want them to solve their own mysteries that are spawning out. All right, and it's a half hour. I can't stress enough that if you can sit down and watch a good 30 minutes of television, you walk away feeling pretty good. If you watch an entire hour that you're not sure about, sometimes that doesn't feel good. Hey, let me know if this video was helpful by commenting below. Let me know if you have any new show suggestions that you're excited to see. And don't forget to give me that thumbs up so I know you're out there. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And you know what happens when you watch my videos? You're going to find something to brag about.